Hey guys, it's Carl Bound for guitarlessons365.com. We're going to finish our look at Burned by Deep Purple. Now this one is the interlude section and just whatever's after it, guitar parts after it. So this interlude is a great guitar exercise, good picking exercise. So hopefully you'll work your way all the way through it. We're going to start with that interlude section here. Now it's a harmonized section, so I'm just kind of do the main harmony line here. Just what I played right there. All right, so let's start here, and I'll kind of show you how to pick it and everything too. So we're going to start with just this G minor triad. It's 10 on the high E, 11 on the B, 12 on the G. Now you're going to do this picking pattern on all of these triads, and I'm going to show you this picking pattern real quick, and then we just have to show you the triads, and you're good to go. So you're going to have up, up, down. So we have this. Then do the same thing again, and then you're going to end it with an up down, just making it from the first down to the second string. So now try to separate those notes so it doesn't sound like this. You want to, so you got to kind of lift the pressure off after each note. A little bit of palm muting will help that too, make the notes pop out. Now we're going to come up to here. That's 11 on the high E, 13 on the B, 12 on the G, and the same pattern there. Then 8 on the high E, 10 on the B, and 10 on the G. Same picking pattern there. So we have this so far. All right, then we're going to come up here, 10 on the high E, 11 on the B, 12 on the G. I'm sorry, 10 on the G. From there, we're going to switch the picking pattern now to the starting on the B string. So we have the 11th fret on the B, 12 on the G, 13 on the D, and you can do the same picking pattern but across those three strings now. Remember to be lifting up after every note so it separates, they don't ring together. And then we have, that's 13 on the B, 12 on the G, 13 on the D. Do it again. So we have this. All right, now we have, so we've played through the whole sequence. Now we're going to have this little ending, which is the first ending here, which looks like this. All right, so that's kind of odd. It sounds kind of odd on recording because of the harmonized guitar lines going with it. So that sounds like this. So it's 11 on the G, then 3 times the 12th fret there on the D. Then 12 on the G again, back to 12 on the D. Then we're going to play 11, 13, back to this 12, back to that 13. So we have this so far. And then you're going to do one of those triads again. And that's just 10 on the B, 11 on the G, 12 on the D, back to 11 on the G. So that's up, up, down, down. So we have this. So that's the first ending. Then we go straight back to the exact same arpeggio sequence. And now we have a second ending, which sounds like this. All right, so we're starting here 11. This one's a little bit easier to understand. So 11 on the G, over to 12 on the D. So we're going to keep coming back to this 12 a lot. So we have this. Then 11, 12 on the G, back down to that D. Then you go 12, 13 on the G, and once again making it back down to that D string there, 12th fret. Alright, and now we're going to go 13, 14 on the G, and then hit 12 twice on the D, and then back to 14 on the G. All together so far? Then you're going to start that pattern again. Except when you get to this last one, this 13, 14, you go 13, 14. So 13, 14, 11 on the G, over to 12 on the D, and then back to that 11 on the G. Alright, now we have another arpeggio sequence. It's a little bit different from the one before. So that's still based off of this G minor here at first. So it's the 10 on the high E, 11 on the B, 12 on the G. So you're going to pick those three notes, up, up, down, and then come and grab the high E string with a downstroke again. So we have this up, up, down, down. And then you're going to pick this pattern, the 11 on the high E, 13 on the B, 12 on the G, with that same pattern. Remember, separate the notes. And then repeat. Told you this was a good picking workout. And then you're going to end it with, this is a little bit easier. So it's like, so you're picking 10 on the B, kill it pretty quick. Then a quick muted down up on that B string. And then the same thing, 11, 12, and then 14, 15. All right, so that's it for the interlude section. Out of that comes a variation on the intro riff. I think we actually played this earlier too. I might have forgotten it in the previous video, where it's just a slight variation. See if you can pick it up. So basically, instead of doing this, going down to that 3, it does this. Holds that 5, and then, so it just didn't resolve down. So that's what's going on there. So it's not that very difficult to understand. All right, so now let's see where else we're at. Now we have the chords. There's a long organ solo in this song. Now for the first few bars, we have the guitar player, Ritchie Blackmore, actually plays chords under it. So he plays 5th fret on the D, 3rd fret on the B, and then down 2 frets, same thing. Kind of hybrid pick those if you want, just bottom note with the pick, top note with your middle finger. So you basically do that 4 times, and then there's really no guitar. It's just the organ and the bass just going nuts, all right, for a good while here. So now out of that, we're gonna have the actual outro section. So let me play that for you real quick. All right, so a lot of that is just that main riff, the kind of variation on the main riff, where we hold the 5, and so you know that part, and then we get to this part. So that's just 3-1 on the low E, same thing on the A, 6-5 on the A, 5-4 on the D, 3-2 on the G, and then a bend at the 5th fret on the G, and then we'll play the same note with vibrato without the bend. All right, and then we have kind of a free time, kind of a bluesy section, which is, I'm gonna slow it down for you here. All right, so that's going to be a bend at the 6th fret on the B, and then 3 on the high E, 3 on the B to 6 on the B string. A bend again at the 5th fret, then roll 3 on the B to 3 on the high E, and then 6, 5, 3 on the G. And then it really starts speeding up. Now what he's doing here is kind of what we did earlier in the song. That we goes 5, 3, 5 on the D string, then back to 3 on the G, and you're doing that. Remember we talked about that one, I think, in the solo video. So the previous lessons, so make sure you check that out, and you'll see that lick there. And then he has a couple just pull offs as he does that a few times. And he pulls off 5 to 3 a couple times on the D. All right, and then we pick 5, 3. 5, 3 on the low E. And then it makes it down to, on the A, and then it makes it down to the 6th fret on the low E, and it kind of cuts a note short. And then we're gonna have 4, 5 on the A to 5 on the D string. All right, so that is about it right there. I think we got it all taken care of. It's a great song, got a lot of cool licks and some good picking workouts. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you again soon.